The drums were still beating when Abeni fell to her knees in the middle of the village. Nobody was touching them, but the sound would not stop. The wind was strong now, moving in circles around her, lifting dust from the red earth. Her mother held her shoulders tightly, begging her to come inside, but Abeni could not move. The mark on her wrist was burning deeply, and she felt something pulling her from inside her own body. Then she heard the voice clearly in her head. It was calm, but it was not human. It told her to come. She tried to block it out, but the voice only grew stronger. The trees around the village began to shake, and a strange shadow stepped out from the forest. Everyone saw it. Nobody could pretend anymore. The spirit had come for its bride. Abeni's body started moving toward the forest without her permission. Her mother held her waist and cried loudly, refusing to let go. The chief stood frozen. Even the elders looked helpless. The voice kept calling her, telling her she belonged to it, telling her she had been chosen. But as Abeni looked at her mother's face, something changed inside her. She saw fear, but she also saw love. Real love. And that love was stronger than the fear pressing against her chest. The mark on her wrist burned hotter, and this time the pain did not weaken her. It woke her up. She screamed, not because she was afraid, but because she was angry. She shouted that she did not belong to the forest. The green light burst from her wrist and spread through the air like fire. The shadow in front of her shook violently. The ground trembled. The drums cracked and fell silent at once. The spirit tried to hold its ground, but the light kept pushing it back. The voice in her head changed from calm to desperate. Then, slowly, the shadow began to fade. The wind stopped. The trees became still. And just like that, the presence was gone. Abeni collapsed on the ground, breathing heavily. The mark on her wrist was no longer glowing. It was just a dark scar now. The villagers stood in silence, staring at her like they were seeing her for the first time. No one spoke for a long moment. Finally, the chief looked toward the forest and said quietly that it was finished. Mama Iriti wiped her tears. Abeni's mother held her daughter and did not let go. From that day, the forest never called for a bride again. The drums were never hung back in the square. And whenever people spoke about that night, they did not speak about fear. They spoke about Abeni.